to the jam hour, where we talk on the hottest topics. Sunday nights at 8 p.m. CT on YouTube.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back. This week, I have founder of Vchoice Management, president of Trap Art, creative director, and fashion stylist, Vchoice here. How are you doing, girl?
Hey, I'm so happy to. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hey.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yes.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure.
Let's get into bridging the gap. So,
Okay.
For those of you who don't know, I want to get into what trap art is all about.
Okay.
That's obviously why I brought you here,
Absolutely.
and a plethora of other things. But I want to
Yes.
get into like what trap art is.
So trap art, that's such a big question because there's so much that we do. But at the core of it, trap art is absolutely community. Like, that's what we really stand on. It's a bridge between culture, art, fashion, music. But at the core of everything is just community and really bringing people together that have the same vision, the same goals, and really just to give them opportunities to be able to do what they love.
So I want to go back to February of this year. I had an opportunity in collaborating with Trap Art for their Black Love Gallery and celebrating Black love.
Yes.
And so I wanted to get into like what it's like curating these events and creating these elevated experiences for people who are artists, people who are music composers, music engineers, music artists, and fashion designers, like, et cetera. Like, what does it go, like, what goes into curating these events?
So specifically for our events and for our projects, that was an amazing project. First of all, you did amazing, girl. You look so good. But really the heart of it is to create art and to create something, an event or an experience or something that people really like touches them. You know what I'm saying? Like something that you'll remember, something that you feel. We don't just want to, the internet has so much in today's society. I feel like there's so many things that are just like robotic, that is AI, that's, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like our job in trap art is definitely to continue to show people the real authenticity of art, of love, of feelings. And I feel like any art, any music, anything, I feel like the most successful things are things that make somebody feel some type of way. So I feel like that's always my vision. And I always remember that. I want people to leave an event feeling some type of way. I want you to be moved by it. If you see a piece of art, I want it to make you touch your childhood or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or even like the videos, the pictures. Like I want people to be reminded of Black love, you know? So just really want to make people feel some type of way, some type of emotion from what we do.
And so what I got from this experience of participating in trap art is ultimately community and like bridging different artists, different creators from all walks of life and allowing them to have opportunity.
Yeah.
And so I want to get into some of your most recent events you guys did with the runway, like the model casting call. Would you say these opportunities, I wouldn't say are hard to come by, but the opportunities that you guys provide for people, is it for people who are serious about their business, or do you guys provide opportunity for people who are just kind of like, okay, I want to like experiment?
Right. That's a great question. So one of the things, especially in the Bay Area, and just really going back to why I do what I do in general, is because there's so many people in the Bay Area that are so talented. It's so many artists, it's so many music artists, designers, just creatives in general. But I feel like in the Bay Area specifically, we lack access. We lack resources. We lack people that believe in people and people that actually put people on and give them opportunities. And I feel like it's my job to be able to be that headquarters and that stick and that, you know what I'm saying, that platform in the Bay Area, especially for artists that have been doing this for 10 years and people that are just starting to come in and to learn and to meet community and to grow at any stage in that process.
And so that... you leading me into my next question. No, y'all already know I love people lead me into my next question. So before the titles, executive director, president, CEO, you were a girl growing up in the Bay Area.
Yes.
And so I want to talk about that and taking it back to your earlier years. How did believing in yourself lay the groundwork for the opportunities you have today?
So I absolutely, from just a young age, my mom worked the same job for 35 years and my dad has always been an entrepreneur. And I've seen my family struggle. You know what I'm saying? I've seen them work hard just to provide for me. And I'm so thankful because I grew up with so much love. And I grew up with love poured into me. And I grew up, especially as a young girl, to know to be confident and to believe in myself. From my grandmother, my parents, just my whole village, really. And
Shout out to the village.
Shout out to the village because that's so important. And they instilled that into me at a young age to just be myself. And I was always that wild child that just, I did it my way. And just knowing that from how young I was and knowing the type of spirit I had, I knew I had to be something. I knew I had to be great. I knew I was meant for something. And I knew I wanted to live a life that lived beyond the means that I had when I was a child. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to be able to have luxury and to be able to have freedom, really. But I had that servant mentality. I wanted to serve people. I wanted to help people. So at a young age, like, I just did what I just did me. Like, in high school, I was singer best dressed. Like, I was always I knew it was something about me. And actually, when I was 17, I had made the decision right after I graduated college, I moved to Atlanta by myself.
Period. I still ain't made it to Atlanta yet.
Yeah, girl, you gotta go to Atlanta.
I do.
No, you will. It's super dope. But at 17, I moved to Atlanta. And coming from the Bay Area, which is also a Black Mecca, but going to Atlanta and seeing people that look like me, successful, driving Rolls Royces, it's Black women owning big homes and things like that. Like, that put a fire in me that if I can see something and I know something's possible, I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying? So just from that point on, and just seeing the fashion, seeing the creativity, seeing Black people just out here doing a thing, like, that put something in me, and that put a fire in me to have the courage to do it myself.
Mm-hmm. And so, given that you are a first generation college student, at any point during that journey, did you feel like you more so owed it to anyone else other than yourself to get that degree?
Absolutely. I felt like I said, my parents worked so hard, my family worked so hard, and I feel like I had to give them something to be proud of. Like, I had to show them that how hard they worked and everything that they did was worth it. I had to show them that they didn't raise no dumb girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, like, they worked their butt off to show me the right way. So being the first person to go to college, like, that was just like something in me that I had to do. Like, I refused to quit. I'm not a quitter. I went through so much in college, and I felt like I refused to quit. You quit once you give up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't quit in the process. Like, once you give up is when you quit. And them 4 years was hard, but I did it and I graduated. And I always had a sense for business. My major was business management to begin with the and entertainment. So it was just like, from that time I was there, like, I knew I had to do this.
And I respect that, because, like, for me too, like, when I was in college, I went through so much, and it was times where I was like,
yeah,
I'll see y'all in 2 years. I'm gonna take a gap year.
No, for sure.
You know,
real.
no, it'd be real. And so the fact that you did finish and you went strong, I congratulate you.
Thank you so much.
And also too, on top of that, like, I know you also endured a lot while in school.
Yes.
I've read some of your other articles.
Yes.
My girl is booked and busy. Okay, if y'all don't know about Vchoice, okay, yet you do now.
Thank you.
Okay,
no,
for real, like, I understand your testimony, and so college obviously wasn't that easy, and so. Yeah, I commend you.
Thank you so much.
Getting into my next question.
Yes.
Brands aren't built by accident.
Yeah.
They're built by choice.
Hey, Mono. What made her research, okay?
What made you start your brand and your brand agency, Choice Management?
So to go back to why I said, like, I love what I do in trap art, is because I felt like a lot of creatives lacked strategy, they lacked structure, they lacked resources, and they lacked just like accessibility. And I felt like, coming from Atlanta, all of these things that I learned, I realized we didn't have those in the Bay. We didn't have those outlets. There wasn't somebody like in Atlanta. There's people that you can call to get a record jumping. Like, you could call DJs, you could call the club. It's a structure out there to get records dropping. It's a structure out there to build brands. I realized we didn't have that in the Bay. And it wasn't people that were doing it and being successful, but it was like they was moving outside of the Bay, or they wasn't really, you know what I'm saying, out here making content. We weren't at that point yet. And it was just like, I wanted to be that person to come back to the Bay to be like, we're going to do this. And I'm going to show y'all how to do it. And I'm going to do it with y'all. You know what I'm saying? But that was the main thing for me. I wanted to specifically go into artist management, and really just managing people, because I have all these creatives around me. I have so much talent around me. My friends are so talented. Every single person I know is so talented. And it was just like, I felt like my talent is business. So, like, why wouldn't I use my talent to help my creative friends get to where they want to be? And that's really what started it. I saw things in people, and I was like, sometimes people only just need one person to take a chance on it. And it might be a friend, it might be your cousin, it might be your girl, it might be anybody, but it could be some person to take a chance in you can change everything.
I want to go into how choosing your future over your fears often requires faith. Because you said something about seeing something in people that, everyone might not see in themselves, right? So when you stepped into leadership and began managing your first artist, young Rashad, what did that milestone teach you about trusting yourself? And what advice would you pass on to the next entrepreneurs?
I love that question because, yes, like I said, I went to college for business management and with a minor in entertainment and management. And you don't know what you're doing until you put yourself in there. And honestly, you're never going to be ready. I went to school for it. I did my research on it. I watched 100 YouTube videos on how to manage an artist, but nothing
Shout out YouTube.
Yeah, shout out to YouTube University.
Come on.
Okay. But nothing really taught me how to do it the most than doing it. I had to bump my head. I had to make mistakes. And people have to learn that you are not going to start off as a professional. Professionals put in work, hours, time. They fail 100 times before you see that perfect product. So for me, it was just like, I'm never going to be ready. I see this artist. He came through trap art. He's super talented. He just needs a little help. He needs a little push. And I was like, I could do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we vibed off the rip. Like, it was just a good feeling. It was just like, we could work as a team. And that really just sprouted so much because that's at the base of it. Like, you got to love what you do. You got to believe in yourself. I believe in him and he believes in me and he trusts me and I trust him. So it's just like from that base right there, anything is possible. As long as we locked in, we don't give up. We want this more than anything. You know what I'm saying? It's going to work, but you're never going to start off knowing everything. And that really gave me help me get beside the fear and really turn that into faith. You know what I'm saying? And going back to faith, that's major. I go to church every Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
What's your church home?
Axel Gospel Church.
Shout out that's my family church too.
Yes,
Look, shout out Axel Gospel.
Axel Gospel.
We love Axel Gospel.
Yes, we really do. Axel Gospel has gave me a foundation. And I used to go to church in Atlanta every Sunday. I went to Ebenezer, which was Martin Luther King's church. It was just like, church is so important to me because, and who you listen to at church and who preaches is so important to me because that every Sunday, that breath of fresh air, that light, there's nothing that can compare. No YouTube University, no nothing. It's just like hearing that in church, like that faith gives me strength through my week every single week to have the faith because at the end of the day, you know what? Something I really think about, especially with imposters.
Shout out Pastor Bob. I'm sorry. I'm
you
still on that.
No, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. No, that is my pastor. You feel me?
I know.
You know? But something that really has stuck with me when doing that and just on my journey is just like, especially with imposter syndrome. You have to believe that God put you here for this reason and you are letting God down by not fulfilling it. And once I put that in my mind, when I started getting scared, I was like, God put me here to do this. Like, how dare I disrespect him or how dare I not live up to what he put me here for?
You have to recognize your calling.
Absolutely.
You have to recognize it. So you recognize it. So to be disobedient is another thing for you. So keep going.
No, exactly. Exactly. So that's really like just knowing that God put me here for a reason and I cannot let him down. That's my motivation. Like, even when fear, oh my God, I've never done this before. Okay, well, God gave me the tools to do it. Like, you got to do it. Just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the worst that can happen? You know,
you don't do it.
You don't do it. Exactly.
Right.
You'll never know. You know what I'm saying? So failing is better than not trying at all. So that's really what I go off of.
I feel like you said that was if you didn't get the advice in that, shame on you, okay? Because you gave a lot of advice. So I won't even want to have you follow up with words of advice because that was advice within itself.
Thank you.
And so, given that, I know you're a mother first.
Yes, absolutely.
Above all titles.
Yes.
You are a mommy. Look, what you say, mommy? Yes, I'm a mommy.
For real.
How has navigating the balance between motherhood, self-care, and business, also mentorship, shape the leader you're growing into?
It's like I get so giggly because it's crazy because I'm blessed. I have a family that helps me and that loves my kid, but like I love being a mom. It's the funnest thing ever. Like of course it has its stresses, absolutely, but like she made me a kid again. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when it goes to balance, it's like, I don't know if I'll ever find that balance. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's more business than being a mom, and it's sacrifice. And sometimes it's more mom. I got to say no to the business because I got to be a mom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then self-care, oh my gosh, I'm trying to work on that. Because I realize burnout is real. And I listen to so many different people, like just when it comes to like being a female leader and still taking care of yourself. I've just been hearing so much about get massages. Make sure you touch some grass. Make sure you go out. Make sure you have a good friend group, people that could pour into. It's so many different things that I've been just trying to implement. But self-care is definitely something that I've been working on. But I like going to the gym. Like, I like, that's really my self-care.
I do see you. You're very dedicated.
No, I love it's a good feeling because it's like, even if you don't do nothing for the day, you go to the gym or you work out or something, it's like, okay, I did something. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like small goals, small wins are so important. But with, being a mom is like, it's so fun. I want 10 kids. Like, I know. Okay. I'm really like, y'all, I tell this to my friends all the time. I want to be that grandma that has 10 kids and 20 grandchildren and like builds a whole like generation.
Let's get back
to
it.
I want to be that matriarch for my family one day. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like, that's like so important but it's like right now, I'm not in a place where I can have more kids.
We get
it's
it.
Like I'm trying to create an empire for them. But I love being a mom. It's so fun. Like, I love having a little best friend. Kids are so funny, and they like I said, my baby, she brings the little girl out of me, the excitement. I get excited over little stuff now. Like when things are too serious, business is too serious, I'm like, this
my
girl,
kid.
right? This girl want me to draw with a crayon. Period. Like that's my relief of the day. You know. So
and I admire that. That's why I said I know you're a mom above all titles, because when I did do my trap art collaboration with you guys, you had your baby with you, and and that meant a lot because she acted right, like she knew what she needed to do, while mommy handled business. And so I really am inspired by that because I one day want to be a mommy too. Okay, and I would love to be able to have that opportunity to bring my kids on set to what it is that I do, and so to be able to have that, you do have that balance, like you're able to show her what it is mommy does, because mommy ain't in the strip club, you know what I'm saying?
Like, for real. Like, and it's just like, especially in today's world, raising a young Black woman. I have all these titles, but I have to remember, like, at the core of all of it, I'm raising a young Black woman. Like, in today's world, with all the baddies culture and everything like that, it's so hard to it's so important to just make sure that she's confident.
Not even no shade to baddies. Like,
not no shade. But like
could any of them women bring their kid to work day
you know
on
what
the
I'm
show?
Saying? You know, like, for real, exactly. You know, and it's in like, no shade to people that choose that path, but I genuinely think that I have to show women that you could be a bad bitch and take care of your business and not have to be in drama and not have to be in that type of stuff. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could choose either one, but you could be a bad bitch and not have to be in no drama, not have to fight, not have to, you know what I'm saying? Expose yourself. You don't have, you can walk high with your head up and take care of your business. But I love bringing my baby to work because she loves it. Like, she is such, like, she models, like, she's a little, like, star for real. And it's just like, for her to see, like, this is mommy's job. Like, this is what mommy does. Yes. It's like she loves it. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I love incorporating her in anything I could do.
I'm glad you said that.
Yes, thank you.
So, given that, because this is important, they say birds of the same feather flock together. And I know for every new season, there is a new demon, unfortunately.
Oh, I was talking about this morning.
Okay?
Oh, my gosh.
So, given that, were there any moments where you had to let go of certain people, places, or things that no longer served where God was calling you?
1,000%. And it is one of the hardest things, especially when you got a big heart and you love people and you really love them down and would do anything for people, but you outgrow things in places, and your future self doesn't always have the same friend group as your past. You know what I'm saying? Like, as you grow, the things around you need to grow too, because your surroundings are so important when it comes to your growth and your development as a person, especially your friends. If you have friends that you guys are not talking about things that are beneficial, things that are positive, you're going to always be like bogged down by this energy. You need energy and friends that inspire you. And that's one thing I learned. Like, my friend group has to inspire me. I cannot be the smartest person in my friend group.
Tell him.
I cannot be the smartest person in my friend group. I cannot be the most talented. I cannot be the most successful person in my friend group. I need people around me that make me want to go harder. So that is huge when it comes to when I choose my friends and who I have around me. And I understand that not everybody is in that place in their life. And I don't be like, oh, I can't be your friend because you know what I'm saying? Let me help you. Come join my community. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Because I love pouring into people. But like people that I talk to every single day, and even if they not successful, even if they not, you know what I'm saying, doing everything that they need to do in their life, like just inspiring me as a person. Like, you're a good person. You're a good mom. You're just in some way, you're doing your thing in your podcast.
Come
like,
on, like, that's why you here. Right, okay, yes.
Exactly. But like, you know what I'm saying? Doing your thing, like, that's so inspiring. Yeah. Like, seeing people like hustle, seeing people do their thing. Like, so people around me, they have to have a certain type of, they have to have something that just that lights a fire in me. Like, I love that you do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to let go of a lot of people. And it's unfortunate because I love these people, but it's just like, sometimes you have to go a different path to teach them though how to be who they are too though. Like, some people get how to elevate. Like, you gotta, because sometimes you are that person that the only reason why they going hard. You know what I'm saying? And then you separate from them and be like, they learn how to be on their own. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real, yeah.
Like, it's real. So yeah, like, absolutely. I think that having the right circle around you, the right environment is so important to who you are.
Mm-hmm. And so, like you said, too, even though having people that pour into you as well, like, that's also another thing, because you're as good as your team, right?
Absolutely.
If the team is slacking, if the team ain't about and you ain't on shit.
Exactly.
So I know I feel that. So I got one more question for you before I let you go, or like that one more like intentional question before I let you go. As you continue to grow and evolve, and eventually pass the torch to someone one day. When people speak your name and look back at everything you've built, what is the ultimate legacy you want to have left behind?
So what's crazy is I got legacy tattooed on my head, like behind my ear.
Okay.
Like, that's like, because legacy to me is not what I accomplished. It's not money I made. It's not my jobs. Like, that's not legacy to me. Legacy to me is how I made people feel and the change that I made in people's lives. Like, that right there, I want people to go down and to live their life and to remember Viola as the person that legitimately changed my life, took my dream to reality. And I think just being that person and being that vessel for people and letting God use me, I want that to be my legacy. Like, nobody did that in this world. Nobody literally gave their whole heart and everything they have to help creatives and be that person for them. And I think that that's my main legacy, and just to show my kids, like, don't ever not believe in yourself. Like, no matter who you are, no matter what cards you were dealt, no matter what, like, have faith, believe in God, work hard, and keep a good heart. Like, in a world that will literally make it seem like being evil or being conniving or being a shark, or however people like talk about this, how they do business, I feel like that isn't always the way. Like, it's okay to have a good heart and a good spirit and lead with God's way, and you can still be great. And I think that that is my legacy, like, just to inspire people and to show them that they could do this.
Mm-hmm. And so my follow-up question to that one is, what is one thing you would tell yourself 10 years from now?
Oh,
and I need you to look at the camera on that one, because you're talking to her.
I would tell the person 10 years from now.
What you would tell yourself 10 years from now.
What I would tell me 10 years from now, starting here.
Yeah. So something you don't even know what you're going through, but what was something you would tell yourself if you was watching this episode again and you was looking back 10 years from now? What is something you would tell yourself? And I'm going to tell you why I asked you that.
Okay.
It's because I started my podcast 10 years ago.
Wow.
And I stopped my podcast. And so this is my year coming back. And so it's literally been 10 years since I first launched my episode. And so when I look back at my other episodes and I see myself talking, I'm reminded of what I'm inspired by. And that's highlighting people who are doing great things in the world. And so when I look back 10 years and I'm able to remind myself that that's what you're passionate about, it's talking about talking with people who are doing things in the world and bringing them on your show. Like, for me, having conversations with them, like, that's what I like to do. Yeah. And so that's why I'm saying, like, if you could look back at this episode 10 years from now and you saying something to yourself, what would you say?
In 10 years from now, I would say, V, you better not give up. you better keep that faith in God. And I know that you're doing great things. And I know you're doing everything you said you was going to do because of the passion that you have in your heart. And never forget the mission God put you on. Never, ever, ever forget, no matter how hard it is. Because as we rise, I know it's going to be harder. And I know you're going to be in a position where it's not easy. You got the pressure of the world on you. And I just hope and pray that you never give up and you never stop believing in yourself and never stop loving yourself, because you made it and you did everything that you could to do it.
And the reason why I also had you did that is because I want everybody watching to go home and do the same thing, whether it's in the camera, whether it's in the mirror.
Good.
You feel me?
Yeah.
No, for real. Like, because a lot of people don't do mirror work, and sometimes I feel like you don't need to do mirror work. You could talk to the water, okay? But the water remembers, okay?
Yes.
But like, for real, I just want you to affirm 10 years from whenever you're watching this. Like, what do you want your future self to know? Because at the same time, like, we lose sight of the mission sometimes.
Yeah.
And I feel like what I've learned in my journey with being close to God is that he will allow you to do that.
Yeah.
Just so you could know he was always trying to point you in the right direction. You feel me? And so I just feel like sometimes having that good reminder is necessary.
Absolutely.
So,
no, I love that question, because a lot of people ask, what would you like tell yourself 10 years ago? And telling myself something 10 years from now, like that, I feel like that's so much more powerful. Mm-hmm. I've never been asked that before. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I love that question.
Before I let you go, is there anything else you want to know? Look, do you got any questions for me?
Yeah.
I'm the interviewer. Okay. You want to go switch roles?
Okay.
Okay.
I do have a question for you. So what do you think sparked it in you to tell other people's stories in today's time, especially like creatives? And I know I've seen so many different types of guests. Like we were just talking about your last guest. Mm-hmm. Like, what?
Shout out CK to Element.
Yes, shout out to CK. Super dope. Mm-hmm. What do you think like gave you that passion in your life to like make that your mission?
So originally when I started the show, it was like 2016, my senior year of high school. And so that was around the time everybody was throwing shade on us, y'all. Like they was like, oh, young people aren't doing anything. Like young people, like what's going on? That was before Instagram really popped off. So I can only imagine now what they say about young people, right? But this was right before Instagram and like Snapchat and all that stuff really started popping. And so people always used to be like, there's young people not doing anything, or like you're somebody that's doing something, but like, where's everybody else? And so then that made me think, where is everybody else? And so I had an initiative to then like research and find, like people who are doing things. It was fortunate. I went to Oakland School for the Arts. Shout out OSA. So like I knew a lot of young people who were doing things, whether it be in fashion, whether it be in politics. Like I knew people who were doing things. And so it was a matter of like taking my network and bringing them on my show, providing them a platform to talk about what it is that they do, because everybody was so like, oh, there's not young people doing anything. And I felt like that's a slap in the face, because clearly y'all don't do y'all research. Right. Like, there's a lot of young people in the world that are up to stuff. That was at the time, so like now I'm carrying that torch and showing there's people in the world who are doing things, whether they're young, old, you feel me? Young, like, in the middle, like whatever.
And giving them a voice.
Giving them a voice, giving them a platform to share what it is that they do.
Absolutely. I love that. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
Is that your only question?
Yes.
Okay, anything else?
Okay, let me ask one more question. Okay. Where do you see, if so, what is like one of your goals with your podcast? Like, because like this setup is amazing. Like you have like done this for real. Like this is beautiful. Like, so like where do you see yourself, like whether it's like going on a tour, like where do you see yourself taking your podcast like on the next step?
I see myself first, like since I fell off. Look, I fell off.
You did it, girl. You right where you need to be.
I'm right where I need to be.
Yes.
But I picked up right where I needed to be. I want to at least see myself go forth for like at least like 60 more episodes. Shout out Stunna Man. We was talking about like the 62 day or something. It was like some like challenge, and it was basically like if you can do something for a 60 consecutive days, then you can ultimately master it. And so I feel like I would love to master the art of being an interviewer, being a journalist. And so where I see this going is eventually being on television screen. Okay. Like, right. Being on the television screen, having the opportunity to allow people to perform on my show. So it's not just like conversations, like it's giving exposure to artists. Like Young Rashad, we're gonna bring Young Rashad on the show too. Okay,
you coming on next.
Right, you coming on next. Look, yeah, like giving other artists the opportunity to perform, to expose, but also like highlighting conversation. And so it's just, I feel like being more so on a global network, that would be the ultimate like expansion.
I love that.
Yeah.
You're gonna get there.
Thank you.
And I'm here for it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
you know, we always have our guests running back, if not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700,000 times.
Yeah.
You're gonna come back again.
I am.
Yeah, and we're gonna be able to check in and like talk about the exposure and the growth. Okay.
Yes,
but
absolutely.
I definitely want to circle back and just thank you for presenting yourself today, because I really had a fun time with trap art. I really did. And so that was under your leadership.
Thank
and
you
so
so
I
much.
would not have had the opportunity to put myself out there as a model again, because that was really what that meant for me.
We just gonna start it, girl. You doing another shoot?
Okay. Come on, collaboration.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
for sure.
So no, I really thank you for
Absolutely.
putting that together, and choice management, because girl, I need a manager. Okay,
Period.
so let me
Okay,
call
yes.
you. Okay,
And
no, for real.
we really generally like, this is just for everybody. Like, we need more female women in leadership, but especially female managers. We need more women, because men, the game is so saturated with men right now, and I feel like women have a certain type of care and they have a certain type of emotional intelligence that goes into helping people develop. And like that motherly, you know what I'm saying? So we need, because I love what I do, and we need more women to do this. And I want to also inspire other women to be managers, like for real. Yeah.
And she is. Yes. Because I'm trying to think, what do we what's the joke? My family, we got damn, I might be able to. But anyway, no, I'm drawing a blank right now. But basically my family and I like damn. Okay, you know how people be giving unsolicited advice?
Yeah.
But it's like, no, it's not that. It's just like you're actually like not like a supervisor. Ugh, I'm drawing a real ass blank right now. But maybe I'm not supposed to let y'all know. But anyway, it's just like something my family like we have. It's just like it's good to have people who are gonna give you that advice. Yeah. Like I'm really drawing a blank, because the word is like on my head. Here. Oh my god. Okay, so advisor. That's what it was. Okay. Advisors. No, you need advisors. Yeah. It's like management. Advising, like people to advise you, to help steer you in the right path, like, because I feel like you can only go so far yourself. Absolutely. Especially if that's not your lane. You know, everybody don't know how to stay in their lane. I do.
Exactly. Okay. Okay.
But without further ado, y'all, that is a wrap for today's show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Girl, it was amazing. It was a pleasure. We're gonna have some more fun.
Absolutely.
After the show.
Yes.
Behind the scenes. Okay.
It is.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I will catch y'all next week. I love y'all.
Bye, guys.
Tuning into the Jam Hour, where we talk on the hottest topics. Sunday nights at 8 p.m. ECT on YouTube.